Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining on time. This is the 10th session. In this session, so you all have to present your homework. The homework is basically you have to say few sentences in German, whether correct grammar or not, correct pronunciation or not, but you have to say a few things about your life. And we'll try to see if you have been able to incorporate all the learnings, all the grammar lessons that you have learned in the last 9 sessions. So this is the homework from Rishabh. If I'm not wrong, Rishabh, if
Yeah,
you don't mind, I will request you to read your homework aloud. So you can start from the left side and you can start reading.
sure. Okay.
And after
Uh,
you read a sentence,
mm,
okay, first you can read everything, from the left, like from the left to the right, and then you have to read every sentence, and then you have to. So of course, not everything is correct, right? So first read everything. Just read.
okay. Um 5:30 Minuten der Wecker klingelt, aber ich stehe auf um 5:45 Minuten. Dann gehe ich ins Badezimmer und ich putze mir die Zähne. Zwischen 6 und 8 Uhr habe ich für meine Semesterprüfung gelernt. Um 8:30 gehe ich ins die Küche, Frühstück und Mittagessen zu kochen. Ich liebe das Frühstück, weil ich Haferflocken, Eier und einen Eiweißshaker esse. Von 10 bis äh, 14 Uhr. Ich habe die Universität besucht. Um 14 Uhr 15 Minuten. Ich nehme ein Mittagpause. Dann bis 17 Uhr. Ich habe einen Geologiekurs. Um 17 Uhr 15 Minuten. Ich komme meine Wohnung zurück. Um 17 Uhr 30 Minuten gehe ich in Fitnessstudio, weil ich Sport gerne gern. Dann komme ich um 19 Uhr zurück und koche mein Abendessen. Meistens Grilleds, Hähnchen mit Gemüse und Reis. Um 20 Uhr ich lerne und studiere die deutsche Sprache etwa ähm,
2,5.
2,5 Stunden lang. Um 23 Uhr schlafe ich ein.
Okay,
How
perfect.
do I read 2.5? Like if I wanna say
2,5.
2.5.
You
Okay.
can say 2,5. So in German, you don't write, in German, it's instead of point, you write comma. Instead of comma, you write point. So
Okay.
what do I mean? Let's say if you go to any store in here in Germany, like how can I erase all this? First time I'm using this. Okay, let's see. What is this? Oh boy. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying this out for the first time. So in German, in for example, if you write 1,000 euros, or 1,000 rupees or $1,000, in English, you will write one comma and then three zeros, right? Make sense what I'm saying,
Yep.
right? In German, you will write one point and then three zeros. Okay. So
Okay. Okay.
here, actually, you should write, 2,5. 2,5. Fünf. Right,
Okay.
first of all, that is the mistake, and the other one is like you say either you can say 2,5, but although you're technically correct, but it's weird to say 2,5. You don't say, right, I work for 2.5 hours. You just say two and a half
Exactly.
hours, right?
2.5. Right.
So
Right.
2,5.
Zweieinhalb,
So I
yes.
don't know. Yeah. Let us now start from. I will zoom in a bit so that everybody can. I don't hope you don't mind if we correct your mistakes, right?
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. So everybody, first Rishabh will get a try. Now, some of you are in the call. They are saying, "Okay, how will I correct their mistakes like this? We did not do the homework and all." It's fine. Maybe you know more than you know. You never know. You think you don't know, but you maybe you know more than you think you know. So let me zoom in. So this is how it will work now. So Rishabh will read the first sentence. Of course, he will get like a minute to think whether he's what he can improve in his sentence. And when you are looking for improvement, first look whether the sentence structure is correct. When I say that, I mean is the verb at the second position? Or the verb, either verb, in a sentence or in a yes or in a question, w question, the verb is at the second position. In a yes or no kind of question, the verb will be at the first position. Here all these sentences are just statements. And then after you are done that, look for the conjugation of the verb. After you have done that, check if all the nouns, their first alphabet is capital. If there is a noun in the sentence, if the first alphabet of the noun is in uppercase or not. Okay. Then if you have a separable verb, then the prefix of the Trennwara verb has to go at the last position. Okay, so such things you can check. Bishop, you can start first sentence.
Okay. So, do I read?
Yeah, you have to read and then just tell us what the mistakes are.
Um, 35 Minuten der Wecker klingelt. So I think Wecker
Okay,
is
wait,
the
wait, wait.
alarm
Wait,
clock,
can I
so it
zoom?
should be.
1 second, Rishabh. Still trying out the Zoom thing. Yes, so you are here. Please read one more time.
Ja, okay. 5:30 Minuten der Wecker klingelt.
Is this correct? So I'll count from 10 to 1. If you say nothing, I will ask others to correct you. 10, 9,
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Manjusha, do you think that this statement is correct? 5:30 der Wecker klingelt. Or you can just tell me you don't know. That's also fine.
Ein Moment.
Yeah. You also get 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7,
Yeah,
6.
I will tell. Yeah. So, Filmscene Uhr klingt oder klingt ist, no, 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 no. It will be 15 Uhr ist, no,
No, you are wrong.
stay will come
No, you
first.
are wrong. You are wrong. You
15,
are wrong. You are
okay.
wrong. So you are thinking differently. You're saying you don't have to. You just have to
No,
think in this sentence. So you have this, So there are
uh,
three things in this sentence. You have
okay.
this
Okay,
time.
so film, okay. So, halb 6 Uhr äh, klingt, klingt der Wecker.
So you corrected the sentence, but you added more incorrectness. So now
Okay.
the sentence correct. The structure is much better now.
Mm,
So you have the at
mhm.
the first, the klingelt. You have to
Subject.
say klingelt and
Yeah.
not klingt. Klingelt. This is the
Mhm.
verb. This has to be at the second
Mhm.
position, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
5:30 klingelt der Wecker. But you said
Yeah.
halb sechs Uhr. If you say halb sechs, don't say
Mhm.
Uhr. That's it. Halb sechs. That's
Okay.
all.
Mhm.
Also, one more mistake, Rishabh. I don't know if you noticed. You keep saying 5:30 Minuten. It's fine. You can say it, but you don't have. You just say 5:30. Okay. You don't have to add the minutes part. Okay. So, uh, so it should be 5:30 klingelt der Wecker because the verb, conjugated verb, has to be at the second position, and W has to be capital. This W Wecker
Ja,
has to be capital. Okay. Continue reading, please.
aber ich stehe auf 5:45 Uhr.
Also, just
Can
before
I
you
change?
continue,
Can I
there
change?
has to, it should they should
Stehe.
have colon over here, not full stop. So fünf, colon, two
Mhm.
points. Yeah, continue.
Okay. Can I change like aber stehe ich auf? Stehe ich auf? Or it's fine. Is stehe auf?
You can say, but in real life, you can say whichever you want. But in exam, when you use aber, the verb, there is no change at the position of the verb. So it should be
Okay.
aber ich stehe. So after ich, it should be the verb.
Uh,
But in
Okay,
real
okay.
life, you can say, aber stehe ich auf, it's fine. Yeah. But the sentence is not correct. Meaning
Mm-hmm.
is, but that is the one problem, check the prefix.
Auf.
The prefix should be at
Should
the
be
very
like that.
last position in the sentence.
Uh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Then please correct the say it again.
Okay, aber ich stehe 5 45 auf. I think it should be like that.
Yeah. So
Auf should
that's
be.
yeah.
Auf.
So auf should be here. Also, why is I capital? Come on, Rishabh. I not wasted, but I put so much time in telling you that. There are
Yeah,
only
yeah,
three
yeah.
places where the first alphabet of a word has to be capital. It's either that capital SZ, that's it. No other pronoun must be capitalized, and you are doing this silly mistake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Why
yeah.
is I,
I have it.
you're thinking, I think in English, because in English we have this I capital, okay? So
Yeah,
please
true,
revise.
true, true.
Yeah. So they will
Okay.
cut your marks in exam for this. Of course, they will speak nicely than I'm speaking, but they will cut your marks. Next
Yeah,
sentence,
you're
please read.
true. Um,
If anyone has any
Dan gehe
questions,
ich.
one second, Rishabh. Anyone has any questions, I hope I'm explaining. If you have any more questions, please ask, okay? From any topic. Go, yeah, Rishabh, read.
Okay. Dann gehe ich ins Badezimmer und ich putze mir die Zähne.
Okay, mistakes.
Okay.
Some silly mistakes. I don't know why I see them. Like, why is the day of Dan small? Then why
Yeah.
is Badat Sima Bay small?
True.
You know, everything else is correct. There's nothing wrong. That's it. Just
Okay.
these two make, like, D has to be capital here, and here B or B has to be capital. That's it.
Right, right,
And I
right,
think
right.
if the spelling is wrong, it's just Bharat Sima and not Bhadat Sima. So this D need not be there.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. Zwischen 6 und 8 Uhr habe ich für meine Semesterprüfung gelernt.
Yes. So any mistakes?
I think I should not write zwischen here. I,
You can write. It's up to
on
you. Like, how do some people say a bit, like, it's fine. You can say like von 6 bis 8 Uhr, or you can say zwischen 6 bis 8 Uhr. Of course, the meaning is different. If you say von bis, it means that exactly from 6 to 8 you are learning. If you say zwischen, you say somewhere around this time you learn. You know.
okay, okay.
For example, if I say, Rishabh, when can I call you? I need to talk to you. You will say von 6 bis 8 Uhr. That means I have to call you, from then to then. If I say you will say, yeah, between 6 to 8, then that means I can call you anywhere between 6 to 8. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay,
But
okay.
again, this is too technical, but I'm not sure if this F is small or capital, but F has to be small, this few.
Yeah, it should be small. I have
Okay, continue.
noticed.
If guys, anyone has any questions, please ask. Otherwise, we'll keep continue. Don't feel every question is fine. Please ask. Yeah, continue.
Okay. Um, 8 Uhr 30 gehe ich ins die Küche, Frühstück und Mittagessen zu kochen.
Mistakes.
Okay. Let me see. Frühstück und
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Anyone else wants to correct the mistakes? Guys, you can give wrong answers when correcting someone. It's fine.
M should be
I
M
think,
should be capital.
yeah.
Yes, M should be capital. Yes. What else, Manjusha?
Mm, yes, in Kino, I think something should be there after Kyusha. Gehe ich ins der Küche und dann
No, it's
Frühstück
fine.
und
Yeah, I think
Mittagessen.
it's fine. I mean, I know what you're saying, right? I mean, this sounds like, you're thinking like there is no punctuation, right?
Yeah, yeah, some
It's fine.
comma.
There is nothing wrong. But,
So,
so this ins the future, because I know, because, I have learned German
yeah,
till C1 level, I know that this S should not be there. Okay. But
yeah,
you at A1 level should not know that. For the same reason he's writing, ich put Samia dit Sena. This Ich Putzamia Ditsena at A1 level, you should not know this, but he knows because for some reason, okay? But because he has written, I have to tell Rishabh that, okay, this in should not be there, it should be in the Kyusha, okay?
Okay.
Why that is so, please attend B1 level sessions or you can check the recordings. Uh, there is no mistake as far as I see. Continue.
Okay. Ich liebe das Frühstück, weil ich Haferflocken, Eier und einen Eiweißshaker esse.
Okay. Any mistakes?
I don't think so.
Yes, Prabhu, do you think there are any mistakes? Or is there something you don't know? Like he wrote something and you're like, I don't know what this means. Okay, if you don't have any question, yes, Prabhu, please tell me, what is
Yeah.
this while over here?
Uh,
So he wrote something like while.
no. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. We can listen
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. Yeah. That
No, no. So
no.
no
I
idea.
could not figure out that. Yeah. No.
While I did not teach you so far, but he knows it because believe me, I know why he knows.
Mm,
It's a good thing. So while is conjunction. So you have like und oder aber you learned last time. Okay, you did not learn. We'll
mm,
skip this part. While means because. Okay,
mhm.
because.
Okay.
Then when you
Mm,
write while, the verb that is esse, normally
mm,
the here ich liebe das Frühstück. Okay, but
mm,
if
mm,
I just for some reason write while over here, while
mm,
ich, then
mm,
liebe has to leave its position here at the second, and it has to go at the last position, right? So ich esse Haferflocken, Eier und ein Eiweißshake.
mhm,
Normally that should be the sentence, but because he wrote while means
mm,
because,
mm.
the conjugated verb has to be at the last position. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, that's why.
Okay. 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 Mm.
Yeah. Eiweiß, you mean protein shake, right, Rishabh?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if shake is the correct word in German. Check, but I know in German people say, has to just check what this
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Eiweiß Getränk or something like that. But then it should not be einen, it should be just check. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
Please read.
Von 10 bis 14 Uhr. Ich habe die Universität besucht.
Mistakes.
Okay.
S- Okay. Anyone else mistakes? There are some very obvious mistakes. Okay. The sentence as it is has no mistakes.
Ha,
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
habe ich die Universität besuchen?
That yes, that should be correct, but then you have to remove this comma, right?
Komma, ja.
Right. But you have to understand, like on paper, even on paper, this sentence is correct. For example, let's say I'm talking to you, right? When we talk, we don't actually, frame entire sentences. We say something. For example, right now I'm talking, I start saying something and then I end the sentence, in between, and then I start saying something else. That's how normal people talk. Unless you are like, I don't know, unless you are very good at giving speeches, like a politician. But so as it is on the paper, right? So he writes von 10 bis 14 Uhr, right? That is one sentence. Okay, then there is a comma and then he writes ich habe die Universität besucht. If this is as it is, I has to be small. That's just obvious, right? Because this is comma and not a full stop, so I has to be small. So this is how it may sound in real life. uh, let's say if I ask Rishabh, Rishabh, was hast du von 10 bis 14 Uhr gemacht? Okay, I'm asking this question, Rishabh. Was hast du von 10 bis 14 Uhr gemacht? What did you do from 10 to 2? Now, either he can give me the entire sentence or he will say, von 10 bis 14 Uhr, ich habe die Universität besucht. You know how I said? Like, I'm saying sentences in parts. It's correct, but I has to be small. But Manchna, you are also right. If you say habe ich, then I has to go away. More questions.
So besuchen or besucht? That's
Besucht,
fine.
because this is if you say, this is past tense, right?
Past form, exactly. You told us to write a few sentences in past. That's why I wrote here.
It's in past tense. Yeah. Thank you, Rishabh. Manjusha, is it clear? Why is it besucht and not besuchen?
It's
Manjusha?
a infinitive form, right? It
Not
is.
infinitive form. Besucht is participle zwei. This is past tense. So he's writing from 10 to 2. I visited the university. So he's writing in past tense. So in past tense, then he is using helping verb habe. So ich habe die Universität besucht. Please ask if it is not clear. Otherwise, I'll assume you know it.
Yeah, bit of confusion. I think
How do you write a
it
sentence in
will.
past tense, Manjusha? Tell me.
Yeah, ich habe die Mittagessen gegessen.
Yeah, so you say
Okay,
ich habe,
yeah,
right? Makes sense, right?
got
Yeah.
it now.
Please read, Rishabh.
Okay. Ja. Um 14 Uhr und 15 ich nehme ein Mittagpause.
You don't say 14 Uhr und 15. You just, I mean, it's fine, but you just say like und 14 Uhr 15. That's it. Don't say und, okay?
Ja.
Is it clear what I'm saying, Rishabh?
Ja.
Okay. Mistakes.
Maybe it should Aina. I don't know. Should be Aina or Aina. I have that
Why?
confusion in this.
Mittagpause is feminine, so it should be
I
ein.
should be small. I should be small.
This should be small, yes, of course.
Yeah, and M should be capital.
This
Instead
M,
of
right?
small.
It should be capital, yes. Also, it's fine if you write it like this, but in exam, don't add comma, in A1. I think you already have A1, right? So you're not writing this exam anymore. So,
Yeah.
14 or 15 nehme ich eine Mittagpause. So, second position is for the verb.
Yeah.
Okay, and comma will not be there.
Yeah.
Any questions, any corrections?
So when you write these kind of things like with the time or with then I'll do these things like that. At the time, the verb should come instead of ish, right?
Yes and no. So let me tell you,
Hmm.
you know,
Because I made mistakes.
no problem, no problem. So, a sentence, you normally have subject, then you have the verb, and then you have the, and you may, you don't have to have an object, okay? You don't have to, for example, I
Hmm.
eat, I is the subject and eat is the verb. There is no object, I can say, I can provide more, I can say, I eat an apple, you know, there is, but you don't have to. So a sentence normally has a subject, a verb, and it may or may not have an object. Normally, the verb is at the second position, okay? uh, Not normally. So let me just, this is a broad topic but we'll cover it, so you can normally when you say something, three different kinds of things come out of your mouth. Either it is a statement. Statement is like, I am this, I am an engineer, then it can be a yes or no kind of question. So it can be, you know uh, am I an engineer, right? Or we can also have a w kind of question, like who am I? This is another kind of question, so you can say a statement, you can say yes or no, you can say w kind of these are just three things, there is nothing out of it. If as far as I know, anything that you say can be categorized into three categories. Okay, statement, yes or no, w word. In a statement and in a w word, so this is the structure for a statement, subject, verb, object. For example, ich bin ein Ingenieur. Okay, ich bin whatever you want to say. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
or ich esse whatever you want to say. Right, this is fine.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this position of the verb is fixed. It is at the second position. That is fixed for sure. The verb, if there is nothing here, the subject will sit at the first position. But if something like, time factor comes in between, if you want to say, it's something like uh, in English, you say I eat apple, right? But if you might say, like in the morning I eat apple, you know in the morning you keep it at the first position, but in English that I still remains before the verb, right? In German,
Hmm.
if there is something which is before the which takes this position, the subject cannot stay here, it has to go after the verb.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Okay. Hmm.
right, for example, ich nehme eine Mittagpause. that is fine. But Rishabh wants to provide more information. He wants to say when exactly he takes the afternoon break. So he's saying 14 Uhr 15, but he did not. Okay, he wrote a comma. That's fine. But if there is no if he removes the comma, then he cannot write 14 Uhr 15 ich nehme eine Mittag. Again, you can say it like that, but in exam they will cut his marks. So it should be the name has to be here, and the ish has to leave its position and go after the verb. Okay.
Okay, yeah, like so in case if like then after I do homework, after I
Not
will.
you don't try to think like that, because
Okay.
there is a separate topic on, like, using this after
Okay,
and so
okay.
on.
Mm,
Just understand that the subject verb object verb is always at
mm,
the second position for statement and for w word kind of question. Okay.
okay.
In a statement, if there is something else that wants to take the position of the subject, like it can be, normally that usual thing is like a time factor. You want to specify a time. It can be something like, yesterday, tomorrow, day before yesterday. So the subject has to leave and it has to go after the verb. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's continue. More questions? Yes, Rishabh. Uh, Here you were right. Dann bis 17 Uhr. Yeah.
Dann bis 17 Uhr. Ich habe einen Geologiekurs. Geologiekurs.
Geology, not, don't say it like English. Geology, not logi. Logi. Yeah. Mistakes.
Mm, Again, I should be small. Otherwise, I think it's fine. G is capital.
If you say I should be small, so I mean, so your sentence as it is fine. If you just make I small, G is already capital. That's not a problem, right? Uh, but if you remove the comma, it should be done with 17 Uhr habe ich einen Geologiekurs.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I understood.
Yeah. More questions. So the next sentence, when you read, please don't read the wrong ones. Read the correct ones. Okay. So
Okay.
you just make the correction and read it. So you don't read 17 Uhr vom saying ich comma. Just say it comma ich.
Okay.
So it will save some time.
G,
Questions?
You mean comma should not be there?
It can be there. It can be there. If I mean, the sentence as it is fine. You can write dann bis 17 Uhr comma, and then all he has to do is make I small. That's fine. But the chances that your teacher will cut your marks in A1 level when you write like this are higher, because
Okay.
they will think, even though it is not wrong, but framing sentences like this, where in A1 level they expect you to write a sentence, and that sentence must have a subject and a verb. Here you are writing two different sentences. This sentence does not have a verb. It's, I mean, in real sense, it's not even a sentence, right? Because there is no subject and verb. So in A1 they may think, even though it is correct, in real life that's how people talk. They say, yeah, till 7 p.m. I have a language course. That's how people talk. They will not say till 7 p.m. You know what I'm trying to say? So in exam, don't try this. Just write entire sentences. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
That's what
So
I'm trying to say.
just remove the commas.
Remove the comma. You can add commas. I'll tell you. For example, here comma is important, right? Here, like ich liebe das Frühstück, and then comma, and then one more entire sentence. I'm saying when you write a comma, make sure that you have like left or right of comma, you have entire sentences. Okay. Of course, don't take my, you'll say, okay, what about this? While ich Haferflocken, comma, aya. Again, here it's fine. It's obvious, like, separating nouns by comma. So
Okay. Okay.
did I answer your question?
Proper statement should be there before
Yeah,
when you start
because
first,
yeah, yeah,
first
because
comma.
yeah, because a teacher may think, okay, does this guy know, even though the sentence is right, but does this guy know that he is right, or did he write
Mm,
it by mistake?
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm, mm.
This
Yeah.
they show in movies, right? There is this guy, he
Yeah.
like gives a very good solution, and teacher is like, how do you know? You must, it must be by luck. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Correct.
Yeah,
Correct. Yeah.
something like
Cool.
that. Yeah,
True. Maybe guessing and writing, right?
yeah, something like that. But even it's correct. There is nothing wrong. Yeah.
True. True.
More questions? Okay. Rishabh, please read.
Um 17 Sie sehen Uhr 15, Komma ist meine Wohnung Zürich.
So we'll skip this sentence because this sentence you need first of all. Again, if you say it like this, in real life, people will know what you mean. You're saying that you and at 7:15 or like 5:15 you come back home, but on paper this sentence has some grammatical errors. You need a preposition, for example, su or nak. So we'll skip this because this is not A1 level, okay? But
Okay.
but what I wanted to remember is that you can just say umzi. If I remove this minor bonum part, okay? So umzipsin or fumsin, comma ish comma tsiruk. I should be small if you're writing a comma, but in A1 you
Spelling
write
of Zürich is wrong.
Sorry,
Zürich spelling is wrong.
why? What's wrong?
Umlaut should be after R, right?
Yeah, just check. Even now I'm thinking because I don't know when the last time I wrote Chiruk. Because when we type,
I think
it's
it's
autocorrect,
wrong.
right, in Outlook. Just check. But Z has to be small for sure. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a prefix. And umsipsin or fumsein, comma ish Chiruk.
Right. Zürich.
Okay,
Okay.
Chiruk Pawan is a train bar of app. Okay, let's go here. Yes, please read.
17:30 gehe ich ins Fitnessstudio, weil ich Sport gerne. Gerne.
Mistake.
Ins I should be small. There should
Comma,
not be in. I think.
comma should not be
Comma
there
should
as
not
well.
be there.
Comma should not be there. I should be small. Now this ins fitness studio, right? Like those who are don't know, this is higher level, but it's fine if you know how to say it. Like there are some things, you know, if I ask you to explain if in your mother tongue, if I ask you to tell you like, how do you say it, you will not know the grammar, right? But that's how you say it. So it's fine to learn some things if you don't know the grammar yet. This is A2 level, but so this is in das fitness studio and in das becomes ins. But what about this sentence? Again, you forgot to write comma now over here because now it's a new sentence, right? While. So what is
Yeah.
what is the verb in this sentence? Where is the verb? So I see subject. I see sport is a noun.
Mm,
Gerne is kind of an adjective or an adverb. Where is the verb?
There is no verb.
So you can just use the verb machen. So while is sport gerne mache at the end.
Machen. Yeah.
Yeah, mache, not machen, mache because ish. I should be
Yeah.
small. Continue.
While Aish means then that verb should come after subject, right?
Yes, that, but the reason is this is while, this is, we'll talk about this in the next session, but I'll tell you.
Mm.
Normally you have subject, verb, object. Okay, this is a normal sentence. But if you
Yeah.
write some kind of a conjunction in the beginning, so conjunction are of three varieties. So one variety is, for example, und, oder, aber. When you write it like this, the sentence structure remains the same. Let me just do it. So it will still be, und oder aber, subject, verb, object. Und means and, oder means or, aber means but. There is no difference. Okay. For example, then this is also one conjunction. Then means something like because or as. Sondern means instead. Okay. So it's still, let me just decrease the size. So the sentence structure did not change. Subject, verb, object. For example, ich esse, I can say und ich esse, oder ich esse, and so on, right? But then there are other kind of conjunctions. For example, while. Rishabh, give me more examples, please. While. There are other kinds of conjunctions. I can't think of the examples right now. Yeah.
Thus,
Thus. Yeah. What else? So there are other kinds of conjunctions. When you write them, the verb
Like
need
a
not.
ball.
It
Like a
has
ball.
to. Sorry, you said something.
A ball.
Obwohl, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
don't get confused, like these guys are giving examples because they have attended previous
Okay.
sessions as well. So when
Mm,
you have something like this, you notice what happened with the verb. The verb which
mm,
was here,
mm,
it need not be here. It has to leave its position and go over here. Having
mm.
said, that's why marker will be here at the end position.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm, mm,
Having said
mm,
that, in exam it is important. In real life, I'm not kidding. I was watching news, German news, and in that the reporter made this mistake. She used file and she did not place the verb at the last position. I'm
mm,
saying in real life it's fine, but in
mm,
exam, I mean it's not
okay,
fine. It's forgiven. If you do it
mm,
once. But
mm.
yeah. So hope that answers your
Okay.
question.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Please continue reading, Rishabh.
Yeah. Dann komme ich um 19 Uhr zurück und koche mein Abendessen, meistens Grillreis Hähnchen mit Gemüse und Reis.
Mistakes. Come on. Obvious mistakes.
I should be small, right?
I
Ish.
should be
Same thing.
small. Yeah, I should be small, of
Yeah.
course. Right? Und koche mein Abendessen. Here I know what Rishabh is doing. So he's trying to so dann, for example, dann komme ich um 10 Uhr zurück und koche mein Abendessen. Here in the second sentence, he is not writing one more subject. There is no subject, right? You have verb and you
Yeah.
have object. It's fine. So I mean, it is assumed that, this sentence take the subject of this sentence. That's fine. Then he is writing meistens gegrilltes Hähnchen mit Gemüse und Reis. Meistens is kind of like, most of the times or almost, not almost, but, usually or most of the times, most of the time. He is writing gegrilltes Hähnchen. Uh, okay, Rishabh, you wrote grilltes, right? Grilltes is wrong. It should be
No,
gegrilltes.
it could be grilled. Like I
Yeah, it
searched
may,
actually I searched this term grilled chicken, so I found grilled, but
yeah.
I know I somehow I wrote just grilled.
Okay, so grilled means grilled. I'm not wrong, right? So,
Yeah.
but here he is writing. Why is it? So it can be grilled test. It can be grilled done. This is B1 level, so we will ignore that. This is an adjective. So the ending
Yeah, I
of an
also
adjective.
searched actually I also searched this term grilled chicken, so I just wrote it.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, continue. What I'm trying to say is that this sentence is like higher level, so don't bother. It's fine. It's fine if you can write these sentences, but this is not expected for you to write in A1 level. Okay, continue.
Okay. 7 Uhr ich lerne und studiere die deutsche Sprache etwa äh, fast 3 Stunden lang.
This sentence, depending on how you say it, it's fine, but on paper it is wrong. Mistakes.
Okay.
When I say on wrong,
The
it's
same
it means
thing. The same thing. I did
yeah.
the same mistake. 17 Uhr lerne ich und studiere
Swansishua.
die
I think you are
Deutsche.
reading from your book. Swansishua. You wrote Swansishua.
Sorry. Yeah. 20 Uhr. Yeah.
Comma should not be there. Lerne ich.
Yeah. Not wieder lerne ich.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine, but if don't ask me why. I can teach you this in higher levels, but um 20 Uhr lerne ich und studiere etwa,
I
so
wanted to
this,
write. I wanted to write. At 8 o'clock. After 8 o'clock, I started reading. I read and studied German language for around 2.5 hours.
it's fine. It's fine. What the sentence is, I mean, on paper, by in real life, it's fine. If you say 20 Uhr lerne ich und studiere die deutsche Sprache, and then there is a pause, and you say etwa 2,5 Stunden lang, because the object has to be at the last position. In this sentence, the object is deutsche Sprache. This etwa 2,5, this is extra information. This is not the object, right?
Mhm.
So
No.
it should be und studiere etwa 2,5 Stunden lang die deutsche Sprache. So the object has to be at the last position. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe you write few over here, instead of etwa you write few for, then it's fine, because after few what comes, it's also okay. Don't do that, just listen to what I'm saying. The object. So in this sentence, you have sh- studiere as the verb. The object is die deutsche Sprache. In this etwa zwei, 5 Stunden long, this is like something else. So makes sense.
Yeah,
So please
it
read the
does.
entire sentence one more time, but correctly this time, without mistakes.
Okay. 17 Uhr lerne ich und studiere etwa ähm, halb 3 Stunden lang die deutsche Sprache.
Yeah. Halb zwei, no, when you say halb, you can do that only when you talk about time.
Okay.
Okay, you can do this halb zwei, halb drei only when you're talking about time. You
Okay.
cannot
We
do it
cannot
over
write.
here. Here you cannot use it. Make sense what I'm saying? No confusion.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so that halb thing you can do only when you're talking about time. So here you can say zwei, 5, or you can say halb, 2,5 Stunden lang. Also, S has to be capital. Stunden is a noun.
Yeah.
Next sentence.
Can you repeat Rishabh, that Rohit? What is that? 2.5?
So here. So do you mind like asking the question one more time? What is the confusion?
Yeah, how that 2.5 student pronunciation with long?
Uh, zwei. So So in English, if I write 2.5, this is how I will write. Okay. In German, if you want to write 2.5, you will write 2 comma 5. You know. So
Correct.
right. So that's
Correct. But
correct. Yeah.
pronunciation you are saying
So
something.
you can say zwei comma 5, or you can say zwei und halb. Okay.
Okay.
If
So
it's
when we
3.5,
read out, we can use comma, right? Sorry,
you
comma
can say
full.
2,5, but you don't say, right, I study for 2.5 hours. You say I study for two
Uh,
and a half hours. You
uh,
can say
uh,
2.5 hours, but it just sounds, that's not how people talk. You know what I'm saying?
uh, yeah,
Right?
it will be like mixing English and
No, no, no. You can say it. You can say it. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that they both are right.
not be
But
good.
you know what I'm saying?
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is a specific,
Hmm.
uh, what I'm trying to say. Instead of
Yeah.
saying instead of saying dry und halb, if you say dry comma halb, it's correct. But it's just that's
Hmm.
not how people talk normally.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. More questions. By the way, guys, if this call ends, I will post the link for the next call, because we will continue till 8:30. Please, this call may end because it's a free. Please join the link. I will post the link in the group once this call ends. Yes, Rishabh, please read the last sentence.
Okay. 323 Schlafenschein.
Yeah, mistakes.
Wie viel Uhr?
Okay, over should be there. Yes, what else? I has to be small. Say it aloud. I know it's you think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
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 Also, in exam, you don't write like this. Okay, you don't write point. You write colon. Okay, make sense? Here you're writing point. You cannot write point. You have to write
Okay.
colon. Yes.
Yes, yes, okay.
Thank you very much, Rishabh. Any questions, guys?
Yeah. One more regarding time, like 2 past 15. So when we say funds and fears and means it is understandable by the opposite party, right?
So you want to say 215, right? So how do you want to
Uh,
say?
funds and fears and
No, you cannot say it like that. So
no.
there is a special session on this. I can maybe just try to write me. I can guide you to the right. We did this in like in I think in the third or fourth. I can point you. Just write me. I will send you the link. Uh, so if you want to talk about time, there are two ways. There is formal way. There is informal way. Formal way is you take the R part and you read it as it is. Fiat sane.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
and then you add the word ua, and then you
Mm.
say the minutes part. So
Mm.
sane. That's it. Okay, so fiat
Okay.
sane ua sane. If this was like this, how will you say it?
Function our Pearson.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. So
Okay.
there is informal way, but that will take some time. So just write me,
Mm.
on WhatsApp. I will send you the link to this recording of the session where we discuss this in detail. Okay.
Mm. Sure.
More
Okay.
questions? Okay, Rishabh. First of all, thank you
Yes.
for doing the homework. Your questions?
No, no.
Okay. First of all, thank you for doing the homework. But again, I know many people have not done the homework, and that means I should go easy on you. No, if you do the homework, you have to. I had requested you to write 50 sentences. This is not 50 sentences. Okay, you may be
Yeah,
sent,
definitely.
right?
Uh,
Also,
yeah, I that's why I sent you another document.
there was one more document. Okay, then it's fine. Okay, then if it's 50 sentences, it's fine. This is just like these sessions. For example, every session is around 1.5 hours, and we have 12 sessions. So I will end up talking to you for around 18 to 20 hours. Okay, this is not enough. Okay, learning German will take, every level takes around like 160 to 200 hours. I'm hoping that once, what I do in the sessions is that I tell you what to do, give you a teaser, like some sample homework, and you have to do this homework for everything else. You should not stop at 50 sentences. Okay, you should keep writing. You know, you should add more details in your daily life. Okay, so
Yeah.
do that. Okay, otherwise these sessions are not enough. What I'm trying to say, on their own, they are not enough. Okay. We will end this call and I'll send you the link for the next call, and we'll start with I think we have two more homeworks, one from Karthikeyan and one from, if I'm not wrong, Manik. So yeah, we'll do that. I will end this call, guys. Check the group. I will post one more link. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. So any questions to what I just said? If not, I will end this call. Post the link. Join that call. Okay. So I'll count from 5 to 0, and then I'll end.